Namaste, angels. I'm back with the love reading. We're starting with the dice and forget it again. 29 also, and weekend away. So 29 spiritual partnership. I feel like these are the same exact dice that I started with for the general reading, but I don't know. Spirit says sex, buy shoes, and it's 50-50. And I found this die today, just like on my floor, as if it had always been there. It says my choice. So if something is put to you, and it's up to you, okay? It's your choice. I'm with the cards. We are beginning with the Queen of Cups. This is a really, really positive card when it comes to love. Good omen. The only negative I would say about the Queen of Cups is that sometimes she can forget to take care of herself because she's so busy wanting to take care of other people all the time. So sometimes she does too much in that sense and needs to, you can easily fall into a trap of like a narcissist or something because they like people pleasers. They like people who are willing to change themselves or do, just like almost any and everything. And, you can fall right into it with that. Similarly, kind of, the Queen of Swords is somebody who can do too much also. She can be too forceful. She wants to just push it. She, especially if she's in love or, really in like, she wants to be with you and she wants to do things for you and she wants to buy stuff and she wants to just take care of you. Just, sort of like the Queen of Cups, an OG nurturer. And sometimes it can be too much. It's just too much. It's like back off. Too forceful, moving too fast, pushing it. I do like how this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Swords are facing one another. And how it looks like this Queen of Cups is maybe trying to make an offering to the Queen of Swords. She's trying to hand her the Ark of the Covenant. A covenant is what? An agreement, a commitment. So maybe there is, this could be two women in real life. And perhaps one is a water sign and one is an air sign, lesbian couple or, potential lesbian couple. They're in like potential mate. And again, one is trying to make an offering to another. Also, I'm getting that maybe they already know each other and there had been some sort of problem between them. So this is like a peace offering. The Queen of Swords is here ready with her sword, but she's not like antagonizing her with it. She sort of has it at bay. And she has her other hand up like it's welcoming. And like, oh, okay, come in. I'll take the offer. So I like what I'm seeing there. And there may be something between, perhaps, even if it's not two women, whoever it is, a water sign or water sign like person, and an air sign or air sign like person, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. The Queen of Swords is most directly an Aquarius, and the Queen of Cups is most directly a Scorpio. So that could specifically be between whom the relationship is. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, it's like they've been waiting. So maybe this is an LGBTQIA couple, if not a lesbian couple specifically. And, so it's been taking a while for them to be able to get to where they are, or to be able to get together. They had some sort of obstacles to move past. Maybe, it's a straight couple, it's a woman in the picture, but it involves a man and a woman in real life. That could be the case too. And again, maybe it's been taking them a long time or like a slow and steady pace building up. Maybe they started with a friendship, building up to finally having a relationship. Or again, maybe there had been some sort of difficulties or challenges between them and maybe even separation. And it's been a while, but they've been patient and still, held out hope. And now there's a connection yet again, and they're winning. Next card is also upright. It's a Six of Wands. It's like love wins. So whomever it is between, very, very positive cards there. From the Abundance Oracle, we're beginning with gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. Then we have attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone that you chase after will run the other way because of the fears, underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. And believe me, I get that that is easier said than done, especially those of you who are just like sort of embarking the earlier part of your journey. You might be in that chasing phase, and sometimes there's a few cycles of it, or there can be a few cycles of it. Where one is the runner and one is the chaser, and you keep taking turns and stuff like that. And you don't want to chase, but when that time comes, it's like you can't help it. And you have to act crazy. I think we all go through it. But I promise you, there does come a time where you find yourself more of a place of unconditional love. And for me, it's come, and it hasn't just come with one person. Like, I have it with several people. I think I just have it in general. So I can have it with my female friends, family members. Like, I would have some female friends that used to get upset before if I'm a Gemini, and I may not reach out to people. I don't know why some people think that Geminis are all, we're loners, like, for real. And some people think they like to be all out because, at the same time we can be considered the life of the party. That's when we're out. That's not necessarily our preference to be out. We are loners. And so, there are people, even girlfriends with other girlfriends, that can get upset about that and that kind of stuff. And we're also the kind of people that if we, stop speaking to you, especially if our heart's not in it, we don't care if we ever see you again in life, But now I have friends, so they've experienced the unconditional love too, who don't trip off of it. And I used to get worried about my Scorpio friends, for example, if I didn't hear from them, or, they like to go underground. They're loners too, or they can be. And they like to go underground when they're dealing with stuff and not talk to nobody except for maybe like the person that they really want to talk to. And that might not be you, and that doesn't mean they're not your friend, but just in that moment. And now, none of this stuff phases me. It's just like, everything is with love. Call me when you feel like it. I'm not going to be, upset. I'll call you when I feel like it. And in terms of my, like, romantic relationships, I get along famously with my, baby daddy, my ex-husband, my children's father. People, are always telling me how much, like, they envy our relationship. Somebody commented just yesterday, on something I had posted, that, he and I are dope. And he wasn't even involved in the post, and he's not even in the state. We're not even, like that. But they commented that, y'all are so dope because of our relationship. And, my ex-boyfriend, like my first boyfriend, like, that first true love and all that kind of stuff, still speak to him. Not tripping, we can talk, then we can not talk for months, and then we can talk, and it's still like yesterday. I've known him since I was 14 years old. And it's all this kind of relationship, and I feel so thankful that I'm here. But it was not easy getting here. I did go through those nights, in that, dark night of the soul kind of period and stuff like that. So for those of you who are just starting to know that it gets better. I promise you it gets better. A lot better. Anyway, the next and last upright card from this deck is employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these things will help you to release the old and to welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. And then lastly, I picked up 2 cards. And you know what's really cool about these? These are both 11s. We got a 20 and we got an 11. So the first card is Strength. Major Arcana card Strength represents the sign of Leo most directly. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. And that's another reason, or that reconfirms or reaffirms for me that for some people this is going to be about like resolving difficulties, challenges, like making up. You know what I mean? And again, maybe specifically between an air sign and a water sign. And it's because they display this true strength, so they're able to set differences aside and they're able to be mature about it, or maybe they've already been through the dark night of the soul, like I was just talking about, and they're in a place of unconditional love now. So they're able to just set everything aside, all those challenges and difficulties, and instead just exercise kindness, forgiveness, and compassion toward one another, and resolve their issues and salvage the relationship. You have tremendous personal power and courage if you're able to do that. And then I picked up both cards at the same time, so it's kind of like partnered with Major Arcana card 20. It's called Renewal here, but it's actually Judgment in the traditional tarot. And of course, there's a 2. It's another 11. It's time to get clarity about your life purpose and to make changes so that you're on the path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment. So they're both about forgiveness and reconciling, right? And fearlessly embrace what's to come. Now, another thing about judgment that can mean that people are having some sort of reconciliation or reuniting if there'd been challenges, difficulties, problems with their relationship, or even separation, is that judgment can be about second chances, the second time around, as they say. There's a song like that, the second time around. I think it might be Shalimar. Somebody might want to listen to it. He says it's going to be better than the first time. So anyway, if you think that might be related to you and your story, you might want to listen to the song second time around. I'm pretty sure it's Shalimar because now I can kind of hear it in my head. And judgment is also about abundance that's earned. So it's like blessings that are coming in, for which we need to express our gratitude and thanks, because it's part of that we're like being rewarded for our good works. So I'll just give each of these a little bit of a shuffle. There's the Two of Wands, which is also the Twin Flame card of the tarot. The King of Cups, also upright. One more. And there's that Seven of Pentacles again. So somebody been waiting on the King of Cups? Or has the King of Cups been waiting for his shot? Or waiting to get up the courage to shoot his shot? Or to try to make a comeback? New overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. Attracting, not chasing. Unity, or the Hierophant, which is all about, or can be all about, commitment, contracts, marriage, traditional situations, traditional relationships. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, to find a new teacher or to spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. I'll take these away now. I'll take these away now. Fire sign card this week: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Four of Wands in reverse. Earth sign card this week: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Seven of Wands upright. Air sign card this week: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Hangman upright. And last but not least, water sign card this week: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Page of Swords upright. So Nine of Pentacles is an excellent omen in love. If you're already in a current relationship, it can mean that it's going to get even more committed or raised to some sort of new heights and levels of intimacy and joy. And that may be tied to the Hierophant, right? You know, just a deepening of commitment, maybe getting more spiritual, maybe getting more committed. If you're single and looking, at this card tells you that someone new, right, who has what it takes to be like a really... not only a new, but a deep and meaningful love for you. Somebody who will value you, right? Nine of Pentacles. It's like a woman that's like expensive, right? She deserves to be valued. And it'll be reciprocal. So you'll be deserving of this treatment and of this love that this person's giving to you, and you will return it to them. And they could be headed your way very, very soon, which is, you know, pretty awesome from whoever receives that energy. And since it's set up to be for any and all of us, you know, I like it. So moving on to the fire signs, the Four of Wands in reverse can indicate that a relationship, again, is likely to become more committed in the very near future, up to and including even marriage. Four of Wands often about marriage, commitment, you know, general, whatever would make somebody feel contentment, security, stability, joy. That's what the Four of Wands is about. Something very special going on in your household, maybe even a new home, redecorating, or maybe decorating for the holidays. It's feeling really good and close to loved ones. You may have somebody else's wedding or a special event or something, maybe holiday party to attend. And you know, if you're single, especially, and you should go to this, and you could probably meet somebody there. Make a point to go if you're invited to this kind of event, and don't use it as an excuse to feel like sorry about yourself, like somebody else is getting married and you're not. Make sure that you know, take advantage of the opportunity to turn up and to meet people. You could really meet the love of your life at someone else's wedding. Okay, so think positively. If you, again, are already committed, then just look forward to a deepening of that commitment. Moving on to the Seven of Wands in the Earth sign. So if you're already committed, you may need to talk to your mate about something, and don't hesitate to speak your mind to them. This will only improve your relationship as long as you're also like being considerate of the way that you speak to them. You know, it's wands, so like, it's not swords. Don't cut anybody. Don't beat anybody about the head with your wands. You know, be thoughtful about how you're coming at them, and things should go well. You should be able to express yourself. If you're single with this card, it can indicate that you two are about to meet somebody new, away from where you normally hang out. So if you're, let's say you're traveling, even if it's local travel, I live in New York. If I go to Jersey, I can meet somebody over there. It's like that sort of thing. Or, you know, I normally like to go to lounges, but maybe this night I go to an actual club where I haven't been to since I was like 30. I go to an actual club, and maybe I meet somebody there out of my normal, you know, situation. So the long moral of the story is try something new. Moving on to us air signs. Again, we have Major Arcana card 12, the Hangman. We're the only element with a Major Arcana card this week. It's not necessarily all that exciting. I mean, the Hangman comes with a message of letting go. So letting go can mean a lot of things. I talked about a vision of love, like from like the Mariah Carey song, in the reading that I did yesterday. I guess that was the general reading. It's like everything's just like getting smushed together. Or was that the moon reading that I did the night before? I don't know. Everything's, like I said, it's just blending together. But in any case, it was about letting go of some sort of like unattainable lover. Like, you're not going to be with this person, and they may not exist. It could be something that we created in our mind. We're trying to create this very perfect image of who or what it is we want, and it's not something that we can actually achieve or attain, right? We're not going to get this person. Um, but letting go of it will bring about the possibility that somebody that we can be with, and that we would want to be with and would want to be with us, can come in. All right, so we're clearing the space from like clearing out these ghosts and whatnot out of the area, out of the space, so that it's vacated and free for somebody that can actually fill it and fill us and fulfill us to come in. We may need to let go of a vision, again, of a particular kind of person or a particular kind of relationship as being like the only way that we can be happy. Or we may need to, for some of us, we may need to chuck an actual person, let go. Like, we're not chucking them because they're not with us and they don't want to be with us, or they're unattainable to us. But like, we may have to let go of the idea of them. And I know that a lot of people that watch me, I don't promote it really much at all. But a lot of people that watch me already know that, they are watching, and I might be talking about, soulmate connections or twin flame connections, illumined beings, divine people, divine beings. And so, you may say, well, how can I let go of my soulmate? How can I let go of my twin flame? How can I let go of my whatever? And I talked a couple of weeks ago about free will and how these things, how some people decide not to complete the journey, and walk-ins. It was something I hadn't talked about in a very long time, but I think we're going to have to go in a little bit more into detail about all that stuff soon. But just know, like, even if we are on a path that involves another person, we're still on a path. We're still on our own journey. The journey is not wholly shared, and each person has their own free will, and each person, has a choice to make of whether or not they want to ride it out and finish this thing or not. And so we can't base what we do on what other people are doing. You need to make your own free will choices, and one may need to be to let go, even if that just, in your mind, it may seem like forever, but perhaps it's just right now, of this person who may indeed be your, twin flame or whatever it is. But in this moment, you may be meant to let go of them. Okay? And let them come back later, or come back a different way, or whatever it is. Anyway, I say all that to say the only way that we can be happy is we make ourselves happy. Like, we can't rely on other people to make, to provide our happiness. So if you're in a long-term relationship, then these relationships too could be at some sort of crossroads. And if you think the relationship is awesome and you want to stay in it, then be sure to find out and to communicate, like, what you need, what your partner needs, and to get yourselves back on track. If you're not interested in the relationship anymore, then you still need to have a conversation, and it needs to be about that, and acknowledging the fact that you want to let go of one another and let go of the relationship. Lastly, again, but not least, water signs and your Page of Swords. So my first inkling was that this Page of Swords represented an actual person, and maybe that's because we just saw the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords together. So I think that, more than a few of you may have an air sign, sun, moon, and rising, that is significant to you or significant to your love life and your situation. So that's one thing. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be in whom you're interested or have some sort of, major role in your life and or love life, at least this week. But as far as the specific traditional meaning of the Page of Swords as it relates to the tarot, it can be about mild conflict. And, basically you got to know, like, when to push and when to fall back, when to back off and leave people alone. A lot of fights, and even fights and arguments and stuff, just really aren't worth having. But once you cross a certain line, you sort of can't, can't put the genie back in the bottle, as they say, or you can't reel it back in. But as long as your partner is treating you with respect, then you should be able to talk some things out in a calm and mature way, and maybe walk away from each other if you need to do that, if a fight seems like it's going to be otherwise unavoidable. Like allow your partner to have his or her space, and you don't be afraid to take your space, because this is necessary. This is crucial even for happiness. If you're single, then the card is about you needing to get out and mingle, because love is not going to just fall out of the sky and like hit you in the head. You have to, be out there and available to get it. And now we're going to clarify with some more cards to see what else we get. Joining the fire signs Four of Wands in reverse is a Six of Cups. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. So there could be a situation involving children. I'm again going to say it's going to be a happy situation because you do have the Four of Wands. The Six of Cups is also a soulmate card in the tarot, considered a soulmate card. And it can be a card often that represents the return of exes, right? Somebody from your past returning to your life. In any of those cases, again, I'm going to say that it's happy. Also, you could just be, that could be one of the things that's making you feel good is memories, of you and your partner, of your love life, that you're thinking of, maybe being nostalgic this week as well. For the earth signs joining your Seven of Wands, we have a Nine of Swords. This is about anxiety, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, and sleepless nights. I mean, the Seven of Wands can be about a need to defend yourself, to defend your choices. Somebody might not like your choices. Like we talked about the LGBTQIA, for example. Somebody could be trying to, get in the way of that and tell you this is not right, this is wrong, this is immoral, whatever, how people do. And you may feel a need to defend yourself. But then this is also anxiety, sleepless nights as well, and something that you do not want to take on into your aura, because it can cause you to manifest negativity into your life. Again, you have your own free will. You have the right to make your own choices, and we don't have to, be afraid to do what makes us happy. And we shouldn't be afraid to do what makes us happy. If people have been out of shape about it, they'll get over it, or, not. And if they don't, that's still on them. That's still their problem. Air signs joining our Hangman, we have the Magician. This is our own energy. So the Hangman actually represents the energy of Pisces. So we have more of this air and water, like with which we started, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups. The Magician is all about manifesting what, we need, what we want, what we desire. But that doesn't include somebody or something that is unattainable, or that doesn't want to be, drawn in, or, is using their manifestation abilities and their free will to make a different choice. But what we can draw in is somebody who is befitting of us, and can make us happy if, again, we clear out that space of what doesn't work. Magician represents the sign of Gemini most directly. And the water signs, you have another Swords card. It's the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords can be about things like local travel and maybe meeting somebody, like I said, while you're doing that. But it can also be about movement and travel in general, as well as metaphoric. And just like moving from a space that maybe was challenging, maybe from where you were going to argue, and deciding that was unnecessary, and now we're into a space that's much calmer and cooler, and we're not going to argue, and it's happy. The challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go of the past and embrace the happier times ahead. Now we're going to see what abundance energy is significant to each element this week, and then I think I may pull one for each sign after we do the element, additional one for each sign. So beginning again with the fire elements, we have partnership. And you know what? It makes perfect sense. Four of Wands, Six of Cups, partnership. Yes. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Very nice. For the earth signs, we have focus on your priorities. Yes, again, defend your beliefs, your decisions, and your path, and focus on you and your priorities. I love it. Where you put your focus is where you're going to receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety. It sure did. Unless, okay, so we don't have to have this anxiety. Listen to this. You're going to get that feeling of anxiety unless you give your priorities the time and attention that they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you to feel better and more confident. Air signs. Joining our magician and our hangman, we have pay yourself first. So we too need to prioritize ourselves above, whatever else. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. Especially, it says you're not getting a man or woman this week because you got to let go of something first. So you might as well focus on yourself and saving some money. I can dig it. Water signs. Sever vows of poverty. This may be something that's been holding you back, not only in your love life, but in your life in general. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will become undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. And now for each sign. Aries, you are first. Let go of the guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Taurus. Unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take a divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Gemini. Gratitude list. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. And we are people that will be all up in our mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. Cancer. Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you to manifest your dreams into reality. Leo. Block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention, so it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Virgo. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Libra. Organize for success. Don't let the word organize intimidate you, as it's simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you to know and plan your next action steps. Scorpio. Declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Sagittarius. Exercise to increase your energy manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful way and meaningful activity so that you can look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. Capricorn. No more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choices and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. Aquarius. Oops, yours jumped out of my hand. Take a divinely guided chance. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance into new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Pisces. Clean energy food. When you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. I hope you guys have all enjoyed the love reading this week. I'll be back soon. Namaste. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it.